She's a 10, but she got 2 kids from 2 different baby daddies.
She a 2 now.
She a 2 now?
She a 2?
Ooh.
She definitely in the negatives. Yeah, 100%.
Welcome to the S.Banks&JD Network podcast. I'm your host, S.Banks, and I'm Joe, my co-host.
JD.
So what are we talking about today?
Modern women believe their mothers settled for less. Imagine that.
Yeah, I've heard that before. We're going to play 3 clips for you today. Let's jump right in, waste no time. Here's clip number 1.
Realizing is that women, especially Black women, are a special kind of stupid. Now, I'm told that they're educated far greater than Black men, but you have to be crazy to decide, I don't need a man. And you know what? I'm still going to have children, but in order to take care of this child, I'm going to go out and work 8 to 10 hours a day. And then when I get home, I'm going to be too tired to actually parent. So I'm going to let my children be raised by TV and social media. And so then you have your daughter thotting on the gram, and then your son being this thug. But, you know, hey, I'm educated and I'm smart, and I get to celebrate Mother's Day and Father's Day. No, what you are is an educated fool, because who in their right mind would decide that they want to go against the very nature of a woman and the reason why God put us on this earth?
Okay, that's the end of that clip. That was very powerful. Let me say this first. Who agrees with that and who disagrees with that? Who can resonate with some of the things said in that clip? Let me read something back to you. I don't need no man. I got this. I'm a queen / independent. People, share your thoughts on what I just said. What's your thoughts on some of those things?
She's right.
Mm-hmm.
My first thought. How does being a struggling single mother make more sense than having a family?
Key point. Struggling, moving in survival mode. Is that the norm?
That makes more sense than having a family with a mother and father in it. It is the norm, yes. I could have swear 2 income household was better than 1. I could have swear having a mother and father in the household is better than having just one.
If your car broke down and you needed to push it to start it, 2 people would make the pushing easier, right? Versus 1.
Yeah.
So why is it particularly in the Black culture that we scream, or all women scream to the top of their lungs that I don't need no man, I got this, but in the very same breath say, oh, protect all Black women, or I want to be seen as vulnerable?
I'm sorry, ladies, if that's you, put that in the comment. What is the reason why? I would like to know myself, to be honest.
So anything that's associated with being a woman, femininity, Black women shun for the most part. Now, I ain't making this up. Look, I know some of you got family members, and it's emotional, it's sensitive in things that we're saying, right? And you might think, okay, we're directing this at you.
No.
But then if the shoe fits, hey, wear it. But it's personal to most of us. It's a family discussion. We all Black, right? I'm just saying that, yeah, she's blunt and harsh, but there is many truths in what was said. I got this. But then protect me. I'm just saying, at least let it make sense.
Yeah. Why do a lot of women think that they're stressed? Why? And tired? Because you're doing a 2-person job. You have children. You have to do school run, right? Whether it's before school or after, when school starts,
school
right?
run, okay, yeah.
Then you go to work. Those long ass hours, right?
So you're doing the work of 2 people.
Yes.
It's hard.
Typically in a job that you don't really want. And then you go home. No, you don't even go home yet. You go to pick up your children from school, go home, you need to cook, need to clean, school clothes, all sorts of things.
You go to your second job. So you're doing the work of two people.
Yes.
Women ain't built physically like a man is.
But okay, can I say this?
I'm just saying.
Also, men, right? Why would a man even want to do a two-person job? I'm not saying you can't.
But he's capable of doing
Yes, you are capable, but why
Because-
would you want to?
Because a man is built. Okay, but a man is built to provide. Now, I hear what you're saying from a female perspective. Look, I would love to be able to sit on a beach somewhere, sipping pina coladas and all that stuff, right? But as a man, I know that I have to provide. I know I'm performance based. So you're looking at it from a female perspective. So women, hold on. So women, they're the natural nurturers. So then why would you want to work? So you want to get with a guy that is going to provide for you, where you can chill and just relax and kick back, sip your teas and your wine and your pina coladas, right? But a man is performance based. So I'm just saying that all women, they're saying, I got this. I can do the job of two. I'm independent. But then is it the women that have degrees and any type of education or good education, don't they file for divorce the quickest?
They do.
So then you wreck your own homes also.
They do. But I want to go back on the man part, because even if men are more capable of working them long hours and doing what you do, right? Why would you want to do it alone? Because you're not a single person, so you're adding in children. Say, because there are more and more single fathers nowadays, right? You're a single father. You have to do the same roles that the woman plays being a single mother.
I agree with you, but the thing is this: men are not turning around and say, "Oh," men are not saying, "I don't need no woman."
No, I
They're
know.
not saying
So
that.
that's my point, though.
We get
my
it.
point is, even though men may find it easier, let's put it that way, because you are used to working and doing things.
Men are
and-
used to structure,
yes,
order,
you can handle that stress better.
all of that.
I'm just saying that men are not out here saying, I don't need a woman. They typically, because not all, obviously,
And we're gonna
But
stop doing the all business. You know, we ain't talking about all.
they typically will have no problem with having the mother
Yeah.
or a woman there helping with the school run or food or whatever the case may be, where they need that extra help with. Men do not run around saying, I don't need a woman to add value or add whatever into my situation. They don't say that. Why are women so quick and boasty about being strong and independent by yourself and single?
Modern women generally are that, but our women scream it to the top
But
of their
that's my
lungs.
point.
But the thing is this: you just stated the observable truth, right? You say anything to a black woman, right? Who gonna check me? So you can't critique, you can't tell a black woman nothing. Who gonna check me, boo?
And that's why our
Am I
society
wrong?
will continue to
Am I
fail.
wrong? I'm just saying.
No.
You can't tell them anything. We live in a matriarchal system where the women run it. Men can't say anything. The men inside that whole thing is subhuman. We're treated as subpar. You're only good for money and smashing and send out boy or pit bull. It's facts.
It is. What I'm sorry, but even in regards to like some women's mentality of being that strong, independent woman, don't need no man type of woman, why do some of you think that your children won't end up with like be mentally broken?
I think this. I think black women have so much pride that they'll F up a whole generation just to keep their ego intact.
That's true.
Because a captain is willing to go down with the ship. That's accountability. Our women don't have that.
True.
Who gonna check me, boo? So when it comes to the reality, they move in delusion.
Our children, there's so many children, right? Because they was brought up in a single parent household.
Yeah.
They're just so lost.
But they think it's normal.
They do, but it doesn't stop them from being lost. because they have no role models or they have no support, no protection, nothing. Like, I think women who think that being a single mother is fine, raising children by yourself is fine,
It's hard.
and there's nothing wrong with it. There is something wrong with it. First of all, you're selfish because you're not even thinking about your children.
So you've set that child up from the rip for failure.
Exactly.
Okay.
Why would you?
Excuse me.
And then you say you love your kids.
Uh-huh.
You don't love your children because you would want the best for them, right?
Okay.
So then if you know deep down that the best for them is to have a 2-parent household.
Okay. But why do our women, they will commit to a child, which is for life, but they won't commit to marriage? We was the most married to the most divorced and the least married right now. Now, if single moms are superheroes, why do they need so much government assistance? Our women are happy to celebrate Mother's Day and Father's Day. You don't hear men running around saying, oh, I'm celebrating Mother's Day and Father's Day. They don't do that.
Exactly.
Why do you need so much assistance? We all know stats prove that single mothers are the brokest. It's hard raising children by yourself. It's hard. How much times have you seen, oh, I'm vulnerable, protect black women, blah, blah, blah. How much times do you see that? And then in the very same breath, I got this. Who gonna check me, boo? How much times do you see that? Come on now. That's just some of my thoughts on that, man.
Yeah,
People put in the comments, what do you think? It is what it is.
it is.
Do you want to add anything before we move to clip number 2?
Make better decisions.
Who gonna check me? Pick me. Anyways, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Here's clip number 2.
The other day I was with my friend and her mum was like, oh yeah, you guys are doing really well, but it's time to find husbands and stuff like that. And I was like, oh yeah, my friend was like, there's not much good people out there. And then basically the mum was trying to say, no, just make them good, kind of saying like them lot settled. I can't lie, like they settled. Let's be real, they settled. That pressure, their goal to a lot of them was marry, settle down, get the kids into the UK, and then give them a better life. I think that was the tradition. Now, a lot of us can't lie. Be happy. We want to be happy. You know, you want that. You want the genuine love.
Yeah,
the love
partnership.
Like, yeah, you want the You don't want to feel like you're settling just for the fact that I'm getting old. I need to find the one. No.
Do you know what? My mum does that.
Is it?
Yeah, like she just be indirecting me in her prayers sometimes, and I just think
to like settle down and all stuff like
she'll
that.
be like, I pray you find a good husband. And sometimes it's so like, I said to her mum, like, it's annoying because just pray, like you could add it, but don't make that the focus of your prayer because, and then, it's just so like, that's why I don't really tell her nothing.
That's the end of that clip. Modern women believe relationships are just about happiness and not duty. That's all that Disney-ish that they've been sold. I'm going to touch on some other stuff, but as a female, what stood out for you listening to that clip?
Okay, I'm a mother, so yeah, for me, I understand why, for them in particular, their mothers would pray for them and
why is their mothers praying for them?
Because they're of a certain age, they're not married and probably don't have children.
Because they don't have the qualities to be a wife. Because they live in a culture that's Western that says you can have it all and you can cash out later on.
Oh, now she wants to cash out.
You have the you have the Kevin Samuels that tried to save these women, to show them, give them an understanding that these women believe in happiness and not duty. Their mother said sometimes you got to make the guy, into what you want him to be. There's no perfect man.
No. And you're not perfect yourself.
But they think they are.
You're not perfect. Nobody is. Just stop it. Just like when the thing of everyone women saying, "Oh, all women are a 10. You're not a friggin' 10."
Lizzo's a 10.
Be realistic.
How many big chicks you see coming out of Lamborghinis? How many dudes that are high value are picking up big chicks that are coming out of Lamborghinis? There ain't, right?
There isn't. I'm just saying, like, okay, as a mother, you want the best for your children. So say you have a girl child. Your girl child is getting
Have a daughter.
to a certain age, right?
Yeah.
Your daughter, yeah. Getting to a certain age. You want the best for them. So it's like, okay, cool. You're 20 something. You don't even have a man
So the golden years.
to potentially, exactly the time you're supposed to be searching for that, but you don't have a man to even say there's a potential of
But you're not
getting
attracting
married.
proper mates. You're being run through by Pookie and Ray Ray. And then later on in life, you're saying, oh, now it's time to settle down, right?
When
But
it's
then
too late.
These women are talking, okay, who settles more in relationship? Men or women? What's your thoughts on that?
Who settles more?
Who settles more in relationships, men or women? Let's keep it 100. People, what's your thoughts? What do you think? I know what I think.
I think when women get older,
No. Forget the older. In general, old, young, whatever. Who settles more in relationships, men or women?
I don't know.
It's obviously men settle. He will settle the crap. He'll do a woman's TikTok dances. A woman is subpar, and he will say, "You know
Okay.
what? Let me just. It's cool." Because a man, when he's getting into a relationship, he's saying this is for life. A woman's saying, "I'm in this relationship based on what you can provide, and when you can't provide it, or I'm unhappy, I'm leaving." So then she's talking about settling. Men settle. Men settle the most. Let's keep it 100, right? Some men settle women that are bottom of the barrel, and then you got some women that's actually in the barrel.
Why would a man settle for a woman that's in the barrel?
Because men are less picky. They're less picky. They say, okay, she does X, Y, Z. Like, for example, she can cook, she can clean, she's submissive, she's a cool woman. You know what? I'll run with that. She didn't need to have a banging body. She didn't need to be, have degrees and all these things. We don't do that. She need to be the best looking woman in the world. As long as I'm attracted to her and she's cool. We don't do that. We just say, I'm running with this. A woman says you gotta be 6 feet tall, 600 horses,
High expectations.
make them 6 figures, and they're not even that. You're like, okay, there'll be a single mother, right? So you are a dude that has all those accolades coming to a ready-made family. Because I'm a 10. You ain't no 10.
That's why I said you need to be realistic. You're not a 10. Not everyone's a 10. How many 10s are there? There's not even that many 10s in the world.
So then most people are average, and average is not a bad thing.
Exactly. What's wrong with
It's not
average?
a bad thing. Let me say this, right? This is what stood out to me when I first heard that clip. And this is one of my notes, right? I hope the men in those women's lives and women that speak like this, as in their fathers, their brothers, their uncles, those men, those powerful men in those women's life, never watch this video. Because it's so sad that that's how you view your father. Your mom was settling. A man that provided for you. A brother that protected you from those little punks at school, tried it on with you. An uncle that guided you. Someone that showed you the ropes. Made sure you... Because protection is not just about physical.
No.
Protection is, don't wear that, or don't go here. Let me pick you up. Protection is in so much different forms, right? Oh, guidance. Do this instead. I hope those men never see this video. Because it's really sad. Because if my daughter, my sister, people, the women in my life spoke like this about me, I'd be like, wow, man.
Yeah.
I might not have had it all, but I still made sure that you was all good. In my time, this is what I had, I gave you. Now, it's your time now. Run with it. And for them to say, the man that was good enough for their mother is not good enough for me. That's real sad to hear.
It is sad.
Yeah.
But I think with that particular girl, when she was talking about her mum will be disappointed too, because it's like you're telling your mum, don't put certain things in the forefront in your prayer of finding a man for me. Why not? First of all.
Yeah.
And second of all, she clearly sees there's an issue as to why she's even making that prayer anyway. And then you add on top of it, oh, that's why I don't talk to her about anything. That will hurt her feelings, because it's like,
No, you don't.
What do you
talk to her.
mean?
Yeah, but you don't talk to her because you know she's gonna check you. You know that when you run that rubbish on her, she's old school, so she's gonna tell you blunt and saying, "What do you mean?" She's gonna say, "You're not a 10." She's gonna say, "Can you cook? How old are you?" She's gonna. No one's saying, right, just because you're a certain age, if you hit the wall, as they put, right, and you 35 or whatever, right, no one's saying your value as a human being is less. We're just saying in the dating market,
Yes.
what people tend to go
There's
for,
a big
right?
difference, yeah.
I'm just simply saying those men that protected you, put their lives on the line, paid bills, they stayed on duty. They didn't go for happiness like them.
Yeah. And also that their mother, she pushed you out. So then she knows more than you. She's lived before you came about.
That
so
depends,
then
but yeah.
for her to pray for you to get a man, she's lived life,
That
right?
means that child's a wrongdoer personally, but yeah.
Yeah, but I'm saying she's lived life. So she knows by a certain age, you should be married and then you have your children. When you get to a certain age, 35 years old, right? Having children becomes harder.
Yeah.
I never can say the word properly.
Geriatric pregnancies.
Yeah, exactly. Where issues start to happen, right? So mothers understands that it's harder as you get older to find a man, and to definitely find a man to take you seriously, right? It becomes harder as you get older. So she wants, say for example, they're in their 20s, right? Which I believe they probably are.
Yeah, like young women, yeah.
Yeah. So you're in your 20s. So her mum's sort of like, listen, this is the time for you to be doing that. This is the perfect time.
Mommy,
you're in your prime.
Mommy has a husband that's still there. Their father, even if those women particularly want to look down their nose at those men, mommy still has a husband. Mommy's all good. They're not. They're thinking, because I'm hot, guys holler. They're saying, I'll find someone when it's all good. Yeah.
They will learn later down the line.
When it's too late.
When it's over.
Why do our women learn so late?
Exactly. Why would you? You live and you learn. Do you know what? Some women need to go through the hardship to understand. Some women wake up when they're all 60.
Let's say for example.
Now you realize.
I think this. I think when it comes to dating, I think our black men are treated as subpar. They're not up to scratch when it comes to black women. So then that's how we're viewed. That's the normal sentiment in the black community, that, oh, you less. We can't even get our women to smile at us. Look at the way they spoke on men that protected, provided, did whatever for them, right? And when I say whatever, I don't mean it as an understatement, like those guys did less. Those guys, come on, they was on front line for you, did the duty up till now and still doing it. And probably if they heard this, they would probably still do it anyway. And look at the way you speak on them. And I'm saying this is the problem for black men, that you do all of these things and it's nothing. White Zaddy does some basic ish. Oh my God. Like, he really looks after his children. Black men don't look after their children.
Yes, they do.
We know that. But
I'm sorry, but
it's highlighted when a little white boy does it.
Why do you think so many women from other cultures want black men? Because black men are actually, I swear it's proven and shown that they look after their children more than any other race.
We on point.
So
We
what
on
are you
point.
talking about?
I'm just
You
saying.
got, here's a deadbeat. You just chose the wrong one.
I'm just saying this is the problem that black men have to go through. This is a problem that we have to go through. We're subpar, we're subhuman, we ain't up to scratch. We can't even get our women to smile at us.
I know.
That's just some of my thoughts. I don't want to go into it too much. People, put your thoughts in the comments below. And that being said, let's move to clip number 3.
She's a 10, but she got 2 kids from 2 different baby daddies.
She a 2 now.
She a 2 now?
She a 2?
Ooh.
She definitely in the negatives. For real. 100%.
So you're not
Red
even going
flags.
for that at all.
No, absolutely not.
One baby daddy's enough. That's enough.
Right.
That's the end of that clip. Ladies first, what do you think?
Well,
Do you concur with that?
okay.
She was a 10.
It's not that I concur. What it is how men think.
Don't do the sister code.
No, I'm not doing. Listen, I'm doing whatever I do. I'm just saying, right?
I'm playing that.
I'm just saying that I'm not a man, so I'm not gonna really think like a man, am I? Obviously, I will. If I think something's true, then it's true. But I'm not saying I disagree. I'm saying what I've heard from men. What I've heard from men is what those men said. So when women have one child and you have one baby father, that's bad enough. But she's talking about this woman being a 10 and has 2 baby fathers, right? In the dating
market,
world, right? From when you have one child, you get a good couple marks knocked off.
Let's say for argument's sake, she's a 10. She looks good. Most men want her, and beauty is somewhat in the eyes of the beholder. But we all know what looks good for the most part, right? Even if it's your type or not. Nice is nice. So she's a 10. If she has one baby father, how many marks do you think that knocks off her credit?
One baby father, maybe 3.
Okay. She has 2 baby fathers. How many do you think it knocks off her credit?
Maybe like 5.
So if it was 3, it can't be 5. It must be 6. So that means she's a 4 now. If my math's correct, she's a 4 now, right?
What do you mean?
So 1 baby father is 3 marks.
Off, yeah. So then what is she?
And 2 baby fathers is from 10. So then the 3 off. So now she's a 4, right? So 2 baby fathers have taken off 6 marks. She's now a 4. She still looks good though. So then I think women don't look at the dating market. They don't look at what the buyers of the product want. They just base it off of, oh, you're a hot girl. Of course you can get someone. Blah, blah, blah. Listen, man, just because you feel it into reality, it don't make it true. I'm just saying, which man, and most women want certain kinds of men. Which top tier men, or at least even any average or half decent men, want a ready-made family, and especially if he doesn't have kids. He don't want that.
They don't. And from that woman, yes, it's taken her ratings down.
4
down. Right? She's still
fellas.
Okay.
Put in the comments if you disagree.
She's still a 10 as in looks wise. So she will still be getting guys that's attracted to her. But it's just that the knocks are from having children and having multiple baby fathers.
But also the mentality though.
Because but I'm saying she'll still be attractive visually.
Yeah.
But so just in case people don't get it, so she'll still be attractive visually. So men will still want to smash. Men will still find her attractive. And blah 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 blah. Say she's walking alone without children. You don't know if she's got kids. But I'm saying, so she's still attractive. She's still appealing.
Yeah. So men want to clap them cheeks.
But that's all he wants to do.
So then, what do women do most time? They equate men wanting to smash for long-term commitment. This is why they still think they're a 10.
No.
And yes, those simps and those weak men don't make it good because they transition the game, which I've said many a times, right? But I'm just saying, just because you think you're a 10, and you might be as in your looks, but then it don't mean that guys are treating you that way. Of course, like you're not going to be walking around all the time with your children, so you're probably still gonna get modeling contracts because you're a 10, but you're not a 10 when it comes to dating. That's all I'm saying.
And if your body count is high, men don't want that either. You get marks down too.
But that's not okay. Most women lie. What's your body count? Which I don't recommend asking. Women are gonna say, oh, under 5, between 3 and 5. We know that. It could be 100, but then you're gonna see patterns. For example, one baby father. I was young. We know the drill. You was young. You made a mistake. Okay, cool. 2 becomes a pattern. 3 is a problem. 2 was already a problem. 1, I didn't even want to start with that, especially if I don't have kids. So then women are not understanding the market and they're not even asking the men, the buyers of the product, what do you men want? They think that, oh, I can prod around in lingerie and I can speak seductive stuff into his ears and he's going to be on it. No, he just wants the gut. He just wants the guts. Men will smash a hole in the wall. Doesn't mean he's going to wife for you. And the men that do wife for you is not the men that you do want. Let's keep it 100.
And we don't want the ones that also will smash a wall.
Most will. Most will.
No. How many? Put in the comments, ladies. How would you take a man that smashes a wall? And I think we all know what we're talking about. Let's say the toilet, public toilets.
Okay. How many women, most women, you asked them today? Rate yourself. 10.
Yeah.
So that means if you're a 10, there's no room for improvement. This means
You're saying you're perfect.
right? But then when women date men, they date a superior. So then that means he's greater than you. If you're a 10, then he's at least a 15 or 12. So then he knows that, oh, you know what? I need to work on this part of my life. I need to work on in these areas. He knows he ain't perfect, but you a 10. I don't need to do no more. Delusional.
Yeah.
Come on, man. You've got 2 baby fathers. If you strike it rich and you meet someone that takes you seriously, run with that.
Yes, but that doesn't happen often. And for those women who have managed to actually find a man to take them seriously and they've already got children,
Yeah.
stay with him. Because you ain't gonna get any better than this. The grass is not greener on the other side. You are lucky that he's stayed with you and is taking you seriously when he knows that you have already got children and a baby father.
It's hard to get that across to women when you got men that I just met him and he cash at me £400,
Okay.
$400.
To those men,
I just met him.
You
Because
see-
he's saying he's a real man.
you see, you men that do all of that, you just messed up everything. You just messed
And-
up
and
the
funny
whole
thing
game.
It's not, they don't even want that. Logically, okay, if you know you don't want that man, despite he paid you how much money, it should tell you something. But it doesn't click with them until they get older. Just saying. Doesn't the market decide who's hot and who's not?
Yes, it does.
But then you have in other women, you're hot, you're a 10, you're this.
Lying to
Those
each
very
other.
no, but women keep women single, right? We know that. But I'm saying those women are not dating you.
No.
They're telling you what you want to
Exactly.
hear and pandering to you, which you do to each other. But then it's the men that decide in the end, the market decide in the end whether you're wifey or not.
Exactly. And men determine whether you'll be in a relationship or not you.
So men are the gatekeepers to bedroom, to relationships.
Yes.
Women are the gatekeepers to bedroom fun.
And who gets born.
Well, women are, but yeah.
Yeah.
I get what you mean. That's all I'm saying. It is what it is. But anyways, guys, put in the comments. Are you dating a woman that's allegedly a 10, but she has 2 kids? And I know a lot of you is going to front and be like, yeah, no, I'm not going to do it. No, wait. I know you are.
Some of you don't have a damn choice either, fellas. Some
Yeah,
of you,
but I'm talking-
you can't pick and choose what type of woman you want.
I'm talking about at least half decent ones, right? Guys, how many of you, but jokes aside, how many of you are going to date a woman that's allegedly a 10, but she has 2 children from 2 different baby fathers? I think I know what the answer is going to be, but put in the comments, what do you guys think? That's my final thought on that. Do you want to say anything more, add anything more before we close out?
No.
Okay. In that being said, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next one. Peace.
Peace.